when I talk to someone, whether it's been a 20-minute phone call or, we've done some discovery and we've maybe had a short meeting to show a bit of our software, right, they'll say, we want to sign up for subscription. We need this up and running in 4 days, which, even though we're a small, easy to get up and running system, that's never going to happen, right? It's a 4-week process, could be a 6-week process. So I have no yes answer to that, right? They want to hear that, but it's not what they need to hear. I need to tell them something that they're not going to want to hear. So that's my, how do you tell someone what they need to hear versus what they want to hear?
Yeah, great question. And if I heard you correctly, I think one of the main things that you need to realize, Matt, is this. You got to stop looking at the world through your lens. And just because you think that they may not want to hear it, it could just be that they're misinformed. For example, I wouldn't be offended if I thought, if it was my first time going on an airplane and the captain of that plane told me there is no way that we can get from Los Angeles to New Jersey in 30 minutes. I know it happened on the cartoon you saw, but that's not how it works. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. How does it work? This is going to be a 7-hour flight, right? So what you need to do is not apologize. You need to, when they say, hey, we need this up and running in 4 days, congratulations. I get it. Totally understand the enthusiasm based on everything that you told me. Every day that goes by, it's important and we're going to make a difference here. Here's what we're able to do. I can get this up and running. If you will work with me, we can have this up and running in 6 weeks. The checkpoints are going to be this, this, and this. Okay, I'm going to need you to sign the agreement. What happens next is we'll go through this checkpoint. What happens next after that is this checkpoint. As long as we can work together and meet these checkpoints, we will have you up and running in 6 weeks. Fair enough? Don't apologize. Don't say you're sorry. But at the same time, address it and just say, that is not the way it is, in a polite manner. This is the way it is. Does it make sense to move forward? And then, by the way, you should welcome that question. Because what does that question do? That question allows you to close the deal right here and now. Hey, I need this up and running in 4 days. Totally get it. If I was you, I would want it up and running in 4 days. However, this is what we do all day, every day. The shortest amount of time that we're able to get the campaign live or the software live is 6 weeks. Okay? I will need you to sign the contract today. What happens next is bump, bump, bump. If we meet all those checkpoints, I'm good on my end. I will stay on top of this. We will be live in 6 weeks. Does it make sense to get that contract signed today? Well, no. Well, based on the fact that you told me we need and technically we need it in the next 4 days, does it make sense to wait another day? Because every day that we wait, we're pushing 1 day out on the calendar. Well, I don't want to do that. I get it. I wouldn't want to do that either if I was you. Well, I really need Tony to look at the contract. Is there any way we can send this over to Tony right now? Yeah, let me see if I can get a hold of him. Hey, Tony, I need you to look at something. We got to sign this today, right? So that's actually a good problem. But the thing that we make is we think that I'm going to tell them something and they're going to get upset and they're going to leave. That's no different than somebody getting on an airplane and expecting it to friggin' travel at Top Gun Mach 11 speed and Tom Cruise is the pilot. I realize that was a movie, but it doesn't work that way. That's where you have to politely say, I totally get it. I appreciate your enthusiasm. First thing I need to do is sign the contract. What happens next is bump, 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 and we'll have you up and running in 6 weeks. Fair enough? Say it like that. Does that help, Matt?
Does, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Practice it. Practice it. Because if they sense weakness in your voice, they're going to push back more. The last thing we want them to think is, well, if I just am a big pain in the ass, I'll get this in 4 days.